Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about all the new stuff that has come out with the new update for, Pirate Warriors 4 with the new DLC coming out for Film Red, which obviously includes Koby, Uta, and Shanks, right? But as well as those new characters, it includes some other stuff and some new skills and, the whole new soul map. So let's get into it. So first off, it's obviously, right, let's talk about the new characters. We have Uta, Shanks, and Koby from Film Red. Now, I think first impression, I think Uta is definitely the weakest, despite her being, having a lot of like interesting visuals. I feel like I struggle even at the level that she's at. With the other stages, I struggle with at least producing a lot of damage. I don't worry about dying in this game. Like obviously, we're at this point where I don't think it's that crazy for either you to die or whatever, because we're all at such a high level and everything is pretty low. Unless the survival mode goes up to like a way higher level. I haven't really checked that out because I'm only at level 11 right now. But there is this character, Uta, and she is, like I said, I think she's fine right now. I think I just gotta play with her more, but that's just first impressions. But her, interesting stuff with her technique type is that she can make people into presence. And then I guess it's pretty dark in its own right. She makes presence. I don't know if she makes the enemies into presence or she just makes them out of thin air. Because in the movie, she turns people into those things. And but she could also create things. But it's basically she can with the triangle button blow them up. Like she blows them up. They're basically like mines or bombs, right? And they do some pretty, they have some good range, especially if there's a lot of them on the arena. And if you charge it all the way, you also get a bigger explosion. So Uta's obviously a technique character, and so she's very technical. But her also range is also pretty good. It's just I feel her damage is probably lacking. But moving on, obviously she has her sky type, and her sky type is pretty cool. Her specials are kind of lackluster, especially the rush one. The one where she kind of like it blows up like upward. It kind of is kind of okay, at least from what I've done. But it's pretty cool still. Her animations and all that are all really good. Moving on, we have Shanks from Film Red. Now, obviously people are gonna compare him to his normal power Shanks, and I want to say I don't know. I feel like they're maybe equal, and maybe Speed might be a bit better, because Speed obviously I feel like he has like bigger range, and I feel like it's more. It feels less out of your way to get your hockey buff compared to him. And I know people say, oh, but you could use your specials to always buff your sword. That is true, but what I'm saying is like for Shanks for this one. It doesn't feel like you have to on the base level. You don't have to complete your base combo to do it. I know there's like specific combo strings you could probably do to get the buff out quicker, but it kind of just happens while you're in like mid fight, right? Like I feel like it's much more, for me, it feels more rewarding in the sense that it's happening during combat, and it's not like I have to squirt, and then pause until he puts his sword away to get the buff or use a special attack to get it. You know what I mean? And also, a big plus with this guy is that for his full force burst allows him to permanently have at least the first tier of his hockey buff. If you don't know, him and Koby, which I'll get into in a sec, have basically 3 tiers to their characters. They have their base form, at least at this point, I don't know, you guys could correct me. They have their base form, then their second form, for Shanks anyway, he has his hockey on his sword, or whatever. And then the third version, it is the lightning crackling out of him. So that is his I guess most powerful state. Now whether it's hockey on his sword or fire, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. I think even in the movie when his sword was coated with the fire, it made the hockey the armament sound. So I don't know. It's a very weird thing, right? But anyway, so Shanks is really cool, and the fact that his full force burst allows him to have his sword out with that buff is really good, because compared to the power one. So I do think I probably prefer playing this one overall, especially because he's a speed type, so he can get around a lot quicker. But yeah, moving on, I think he's pretty great. He's probably my second favorite of the bunch, if not my favorite. Him and Koby are kind of tied, but spoilers, I guess. But Koby is probably my favorite. I think he's really interesting. I like, one, the costume is fire. I like the Film Red outfit. His gimmick, like I mentioned before, is instead of it being like hockey, what his gimmick is obviously the Marines spawning in. Now with him, they spawn in with the triangle button, or with specific combo strings that with like the 4 or 5th square into triangle. But he has tiers. The first tier is basic Marines. They come in to help you, like, you know, the regular grunts. The second tier, you get when he has like the purple like aura on him. You have at least one giant commander in specific strings pop in, and then another one you have like multiple of the smaller grunt soldiers pop in, and then the third one you have multiple giant soldiers popping in, and then more, like even more like smaller soldiers popping in. Again, much like Shanks, and I know people have said he's Bej 2.0 or to Koby. Like they thought they were comparing him this trash to my goat. Just joking. But Koby, I feel, again, much like Shanks, it's much more rewarding because it's part of his combo strings. You don't have to go out of your way to like summon those, you know, like Marines. They're just part of your combos. They happen. They appear. You're always, I feel like, always gonna be in your pink aura state because of the amount of enemies you're fighting. And his full force burst does put him permanently while during it in that state as well, at least in the first tier version, right? So Koby's really fun, really interesting, and I think he's really good. Obviously, he's the only one with a costume. This combo, this is my one negative with him. This costume, I'm sorry, I don't mind that they gave it to him, but this was just we have the asset, we may as well let you play as it, which is fine. But at least give us the Captain Koby outfit, like his normal Marine like outfit. Even though I would probably only rock this one, to be honest, 'cause I like the black and blue. But this one, he doesn't even have a taunt because like with this one he could taunt and take off the jacket and put it back on. This Koby doesn't have anything. He just has it's the same moves and he doesn't have he can't taunt. So kind of a like meh look. But I guess if people like this look of his better than this one, then you know go right ahead. You're more than welcome. So moving on to the next part of the update, we have the growth map. Now I believe, I could be wrong. I know this is like what you guys are like, what's up with the growth map? Well, you know how before you had to do like, you know, we'll do the 1, 2, all the way up to 3. Well, in the soul map, at least in the last patch, you were able to, you know, batch upgrade in the soul map, but you weren't able to batch upgrade in the regular growth map. It looks like with this update, they finally gave you the ability to batch upgrade. Now we're taking baby steps because I think I would prefer if you could just click a button and like it'll autofill anything that it can autofill, and then you know and then stop where you want it to stop, or where it's forced to stop if you don't have enough resources. But here now we can finally do the batch upgrade and just do this, and then level Koby up all the way to his max. So now we have Koby at max, you know, full growth map succession. So yeah, so that's a really cool buff. And then moving on to the soul map, we obviously now have soul map 2. Now obviously I had pretty much most of my stuff farmed out, and it is you know, a lot of stuff in here that we get to talk about, so let's get into it. So first off, we have, I believe, 4 new skills. We have Soul Seeker, which is, you know, really good, especially for grinding up for the final soul map. Now you could argue maybe they should have put that one here, because now basically if you fill this one out, or I guess you could fill it out during it. So maybe you should get this skill. Maybe I'll recommend getting this skill as soon as possible. Like skip these 2 if you're just starting out, and then go up to here. I'll maybe make a beginner video for that for y'all. But you know, going into it, so this one makes souls easier to collect from battle. A higher skill level souls are easier to collect. So yeah, souls are, you know, we know how grindy it was, at least with the Yamato pack. I was hours on hours grinding to max out these 2 maps when it first came out, just for the showcases and stuff. But I'm glad it should be easier for, you know, newer players to get into it right away. And it looks like the Koby missions, which we'll get into last, the new Koby episode log, special log, should be a good way to grind these souls. So I think having this soul like seeker skill equipped should help you out in the long run. Obviously they buffed a lot of other skills too, so the skills that they buffed in this map are Hidden Resolve up to level 5, I believe, Tenacity, Giant Fist, Emperor's Domain, then we go to Energy Hormone, Attack Enhancement. So the last one, I believe in this one they had Square Attack Enhancement somewhere. There it is. So now we have the other half of this. So now both Square and Triangle Attack Enhancement are both at level 5. Captain's Wisdom up to level 5. We have Airborne Adept, which obviously you could probably pop this on like any Sky type character. Then we have Blood Curling Blow, increases the the break gauge. Then we also have Full Force Burst Enhancement up to level 5 as well. And then I think the last one, we have Deadly Cadence, and then we have Resilience, right? So these are all the skills that got buffed up to level 5, as well as we're able to get more skill slots unlocked as well. We can now get up to, like, I believe 9 or 8 skill slots, which we'll get into in a sec. But then the next, new skill that we have is Iron Wall. Increases defense at higher skill levels, the stat increases greater. This is just funny because this is just a flat buff. Like, this isn't a lot of you have heroes physique and stuff like that, which maybe I believe it was like the lower the health, the more defense you'll have. This one's just straight up saying just flat. You just flat get out a massive buff or a big buff to your defenses, right? So that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I'm assuming, which makes me scared for the later parts of the survival, or like how far you can go where the level cap is at, because if you need a skill, or if they give you a skill that can just flat buff you like this, I think it's pretty interesting. So that's pretty cool. So the next one is Top of the World. Makes special move gauge fill more easily when using airborne attacks. This one to me seems... Again, we'll take in a separate video. We'll take them into like the new skills into battle and see what's up. I'll use like Gear 5 Luffy or a character like Uta, maybe Sky type because her form changed. But like this can only work again with airborne stuff. So I feel like this is mainly a thing to. For me, I honestly thought it was kind of mid because why does it matter? But I still think it's kind of mid. But I think for a character like Gear 5 Luffy, which if y'all know, you can basically keep him in Gear 5 the whole time, and he's a Sky type, so this could actually be helpful for him. So yeah, I mean, cool. Why not? Sure. Coin Muncher. Restores life when collecting restores life when collecting coins during battle, but the coins collected will be forfeited. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like this is good for people that have. This is literally telling all the players that have, all their coins maxed out, like all the bronze ones, like the belly bags or the berry bags and all that stuff. So put this on and then you can get skills. The one thing I'm kind of noticing though, aside from we'll look at the last one actually in a sec, then we'll get into it. So yeah, we got more skill slots, and now we have 3, 6, 9. We have 10, I think, right? Yeah, it looks like we have 10 slots now, which is a lot, right? Then we have the last new skill, which is called Guts, my goat from Berserk. Restores a certain amount of life upon defeat, once per battle. They gave us a revive, right? Unless I'm reading this right or wrong, this is a revive. Okay. This again makes it feel kind of scary what the later parts of the maybe Koby thing is gonna be like, or even the next set, which honestly gets me really excited, because if the Koby thing is really intense later on when it comes to survival, and let me know if you want to see a stream of that. Obviously I'm going to do a video, but I kind of want to do a stream and like challenge myself, like how far can I get in the Koby survival thing, like what could be my record. But anyway, restore the certain amount. So yeah, again, it makes me scared and excited for the future, because they're giving us something to give us flat defense. Then they gave us something that makes souls easier, so they really want you to buff up before you tackle on anything new. Then they give us this one's kind of meh, kind of whatever for that. But then they give us this for you to like heal essentially, right? And then they give you this for you to revive. So there is a lot of stuff like that's kind of trying to help you survive longer, right? So very interesting stuff. So these are all the new skills and enhancements, as well as the new skill slots that we got. So next thing we're gonna talk about is the episode log, the new special log for Koby. Oh, actually, before we move on, I made a video entirely about this, but I just want to, again, put it in perspective here because it's part of the update. For whatever reason, they gave Koby the Sovereign Strength skill. I don't know if that's an error or not, but he has it, and I don't know if that's confirmation that our boy in canon has Conqueror's Haki in the anime and manga, but he has it. Kaido doesn't have it. Yamato doesn't have it, but, it is what it is. Moving on. Okay, so moving on to the special log, right? So obviously Yamato's adventure was really cool. It was a little bit disappointing after you get through it, right? Because I felt like this was unfortunately just kind of like a test. Almost this stage was actually pretty difficult initially to get all the missions done. So I'm hopefully my guides are still helping y'all out with this. They're up on the channel if you still need help. And I saw some people asking, do you need to like do these to get characters? No, like all the characters are separate. That's a whole separate DLC pack. But anyway, so Yamato's log was interesting because it felt like it was almost intended to just give you, like, oh hey, this is how you get souls. This, you know, this is the new soul map, yada yada yada, and that was pretty much it. It was pretty charming to have Yamato interact with a bunch of different characters, and especially secret characters, like interacting with Odin. Was pretty funny in the first map and stuff like that, right? But then you have, then you move on, right, to this one. I was kind of scared that all of them were going to be like this, but I'm glad that they're kind of fitting in theme. So whoever the focus is, like the character they choose to focus, probably Roger, I think, or Rayleigh. Whoever the focus is in the new pack, it's going to be interesting because this is so cool. This is basically a survival roguelike mode, I want to say. And don't worry, I'm gonna pick up from day 11 on the video because I just want to switch up to Koby, so I'll play up to, you know, whatever, and then pick it up from there. But anyway, so this is kind of, I want to say, a roguelike survival mode, right? I feel like roguelike it's kind of like the new God of War DLC, right? And in a way, it's, I don't have to say survival because it's part of it, but anyway. But basically, you go into each stage and you basically just keep going all the way. You don't recover health. But every now and then it looks like options pop up, which I'll probably, you know, take some clips from the gameplay that I put up already. Every now and then like a thing pops up for you to pick like a buff, like either you want to heal or you want to do something else, or you want to get like your special moves quicker, and you could choose one of those and then, you know, keep it pushing until, you know, you get whatever. So again, it's really cool. It's it seems like the difficulty ramps up, you know, a lot later, and it looks like every 10 or 11 you get a boss stage, at least until stage 50 something. I think I did see that you could go past it, but how far you can go, like, I am not entirely sure. It might be unlimited, we'll see. But yeah, I like that they added this because even though it might get old, you can always just come in here and try and beat your best, right? And we have all the new skills, and that also just gives me good like hope for the next one, because if this one goes, like, the difficulty for this goes really high later, then I can only imagine what type of game mode. And the fact that they're different, like the first one you can argue very little that it's a game mode, it's more like, you know, challenges, right? Which I think is pretty cool. So we have like challenges here, then we have a survival roguelike mode, right? So what's this one gonna be? Like, it just makes me excited to see what the difficulty or whatever is going to be in this new, you know, the next pack when Roger and them come out. So to end the discussion for today, let me just do this and go to the store just to let you guys know, because obviously some people were questioning in the comment section. We have also newer players coming in. This is mainly for them. So everything is separate. If you buy the character pass, you do not get the episodes built in with it, the Yamato or the Koby one. You only get the character DLCs, like, you know, Koby, Hybrid Kaido, you know, Luffy, Yamato, and all that stuff, right? So you have to get the episode pack, which I believe is this right here, right? So this is pretty. I mean, I believe when I bought it, it was like $7, right? It should be that price too. You have to buy them separately. You can either get the passes, so that if you want everything, you would have to get 2 passes or buy them individually. These episode packs are separate. And also a part of the new update is this. I don't know if I'll get this. I really do love Ado, and I do love the music from the movie. And honestly, it's cheaper than the anime music pack. It's $10. So I might get it just to play it while I'm grinding souls or something, or whatever. Obviously I can put it in videos, but yeah, I get, I believe, every track from the movie, Top Musica and everything included. I don't think it's the full songs. If it's like the Brook one, or the original one, it's not even. It's like the like the minute and a half or 2 minute version. It's not like the actual full songs, but which is kind of mid. But yeah, so that's everything for this DLC pack. Let me know what you guys are enjoying with this DLC pack. Let me know if this helped. And I believe this is gonna be probably my favorite DLC pack of right now, just because I really like the survival mode. I like that aspect of it, and I feel like it's much more interesting to me, and it seems like you get like souls a lot better. Once I complete it, I'll do a video separately saying, like, talking about like the best way to get souls. Because at the moment I feel like the grinding method right now might be outdated. However, if this entails you to be like really high level, like later on, and like they start doing crazy damage, then I might just say still do the old method until you get everything, until you feel comfortable, right? But anyway, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below of this update. Let me know what you are enjoying of it. Maybe let me know what you're not enjoying of it. Do you like the new survival mode? Do you like all the new characters? Have you tried out the new skills? Did you level up your characters to level 27? It looks like the cap for the levels for all our characters are going to be at level 30, which I kind of theorized. A lot of people are thinking like 50 or something, but you start at level 18 before the first couple soul maps, and then you get up to level 24. So to me, it makes sense that with the new ones, they're just going to give you 3 a pop, right? So it looks like level 30 will be our cap. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe on the channel. We're going to be doing all this DLC talk and coverage for a while until the new DLC pack as well comes out. And if you want to see me play other games as well, I do stream on my Twitch and on my YouTube. And make sure you catch those to catch me playing something else if you want to. But all that being said, love y'all. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you.